no, 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 no. We are not doing that.
Let's shoot outside.
No, we're not going outside. It's freaking sleeting. You want it outside? Here's outside. This heater on my butt's doing it for me right now. No, we have too many questions. There's too many questions. Let's do them right now. At Pudgebert. Hey Jeff, how many Star Wars movies can a single human enjoy before they go insane? It's gotta be 2. I mean, even 1 is pushing it, but after 2, it's just like, what am I watching? Favorite RPG? Fallout 3. Done. Hey Jeff, what's your favorite piece of childhood tech? Mine was my Apple II, the Sega IR 7000. It was this personal organizer. It had like phone book, memos, you could play games on it, and I did none of that on it. I don't even know where it went. Where is the worst place you would go if it meant you didn't have to go to the beach? I don't know, Mordor. Are you going to get Nintendo Labo for your kid? And is it really going to be for your kid? My almost 3-year-old is probably still too young for it. It doesn't really look like something I would personally enjoy, but I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna check it out when it comes out. Hey Jeff, wondering if you could tell me your favorite Bruce Willis, Chris Tucker movie. It's The Fifth Element. At Sir5000. If you could have a podcast with anyone, who would it be with? What would you talk about? I would go and get Carl Sagan back from the dead, and I would have a podcast with him called, whoa. Daniel Jones asks, what's the worst video game you've ever played? A bunch, but a few come to mind. Resident Evil 6, dog shit. Thief from a couple years ago, that wasn't very good. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. They just recently did that. If you played it, you know. That is not a skateboarding game. That is a nightmare. Who's the best live band you've ever seen? Against me. What is your advice for someone who needs to buy a new gaming PC sooner than later? My current rig is over 6 years old. Just wait. Every asshole on the planet has bought a GPU so they can mine Bitcoin, and now that they're all finding out that it's a completely worthless endeavor, graphic cards are going to be cheap in like 6 to 12 months, so just wait. Is it okay if your son hates hockey but loves surfing? Of course it's okay. I don't understand how he would just pick up surfing, but if he did, that would be totally cool, of course. Are you afraid of self-driving cars? Should I be afraid? No, I'm not afraid of self-driving cars. I'm afraid of human idiots that get bored on Instagram while they're driving a freaking vehicle that can murder people. I'm afraid of those idiots. I'm not afraid of a robot that's gonna pay attention to the road and not fall asleep. Fancy Bird wants to know, what's the best Bon Jovi song? It's Wanted, Dead or Alive. That's the best one. Everyone knows it. At Luminous Fire, how important is it to have an iPhone in commercial online media? Can I get by with an Android phone? Look who's doing it. Getting by with an Android phone. You're fine. Tim Cross, do you think we'll ever see a 4K resolution on sub 50-inch TVs? Yes, and they're already out there. They're in like the 40s though. But you're right, as it gets smaller, as the screen gets smaller, huge resolution doesn't really make a lot of sense. So yeah, you're kind of looking at a sweet spot above 50 inches for 4K resolution. Are you excited for Infinity War? At Pab Haslop, what would it take for you to get into mobile gaming, and do you think big gaming companies will ever release free-to-play games? I think they already do. But at this rate, I'm personally probably never going to get deep into mobile gaming. It's just not my bag. I'm not into it. I need buttons, which is why I really like Nintendo Switch. That is my portable console. At Russ Troxel, what movie/show will you defend to the death in spite of its flaws? The Fifth Element, Weekend at Bernie's, Last Action Hero. Marco Sawyer, what is the one piece of tech you are most excited to get your hands on this year? Does God of War count? Because I really want to play that. Also, in all honesty, the best tech that comes out each year is stuff that we're not anticipating. So it's the stuff that really pleasantly surprises us. So I can't answer your question. At Brian L. Baxter, outside of life events, what would you say has changed most about yourself going from your 20s to your 30s? I absolutely take people's feelings much more into consideration. My girlfriend and I are moving in together for the first time into a new apartment. Any advice? Yes, give each other some space. It's okay if you don't hang out 24/7, and also always go to bed angry. No, don't go to bed angry. Who would make you starstruck and why? I don't really get that starstruck, but it happened to me twice. Once, when I interviewed and met Danny DeVito, I just could not handle it. There is amazing footage of it where I am sweating profusely. It is a bad look, but I loved him too much. I could not separate myself from it. And the second time it ever happened to me, I was in a restaurant and I looked over to my left, and who's there? Michael J. Fox. And I just couldn't handle the fact that Marty McFly was sitting right there with his wife having a beautiful dinner. I had to get up, went to the bathroom, and I just looked at myself in the mirror and I said, "You're not gonna freak out that Michael J. Fox is over there. You're not gonna freak out that Michael J. Fox is over there." Is the Vegas Golden Knights being one of the best teams good for hockey, or any expansion team in any sport for that matter? It's absolutely great for hockey. You're introducing a brand new market to the best sport on earth. So you're goddamn right it's awesome. Go Knights, go. Hemispheres X15 says, and he's asked this like 3 times, we're sorry, okay, we're sorry. What's the best French fry, and why is it the crinkle fry? It's not the crinkle fry. You know what else it's not? It's not the curly fry, because nobody wants that crap fry also. It is the steak fry, the one that looks like a snowboard. That is the best French fry. Don't at me. Thanks everyone for asking me questions. Next week we're going to try something a little differently. We're going to post a video on Tuesday in anticipation for Valentine's Day. So if you have a love question, relationship advice, anything like that, hit me up. You could also ask me other questions as well. But we want to theme it for Valentine's Day, so let me know and we'll try it out. That was a lot of questions, Nick. There's still so many we didn't do. I feel like I didn't realize this was going to be like this with so many questions, and you talk for a while and it hurts your mouth after a while. But you should like and subscribe. The questions should...